Afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
I'm very well.
Good to see you.
You've had a day or so to think about Steven Gerrard going. You were a bit upset yesterday when it was first announced.
I was upset. Selfishly, I was upset because I think he was doing a good job. I think he was well on course to retain the title. Cup semi-final coming up, an opportunity to beat Sparta Prague, which I think would probably be enough to earn qualification for the latter stages of the Europa League. So, along with I think the vast majority of Rangers supporters, I felt, of course, disappointment, natural disappointment. But there's an understanding about clearly what's happened as well. Steven has got an opportunity to go and manage in the best league in the world.
If I read you right, you thought he could have handled it a little bit better.
Well, I just thought the timing, perhaps, wasn't ideal. I think probably Steven would maybe admit that himself. But sometimes decisions like that are taken out of your hands. You've got to say, in fairness, there's not to say. I think in an ideal world for Steven, I can't speak for him, but I'm guessing he'd probably like to have stayed till the end of the season, won another title, qualified for the Champions League, perhaps won a cup, and then maybe moved on with the blessing of everybody. However,
football's not like that.
It's not like that. That's not how it operates. And this opportunity has arisen. Clearly, Villa are a good club, excellent club, good support. Still think Dean Smith was a little bit unlucky to lose his job. I really do. I genuinely do. I thought he deserved a little bit more.
Big injury list?
Yeah, I really do.
24 minutes with his 3 big signings on the pitch together?
Absolutely. I think it was pretty harsh, to say the least. However, we know it's a tough game. We know the rules now. And as I say, the opportunity has arisen for Steven, and he's decided to take it. The disappointing thing for me is obviously we've lost an excellent young manager who I think will continue to improve, but also the backroom staff as well. You know, I think the club's left a little bit in the lurch because all the staff are away. So it's a very, very important period now for Rangers moving forward. Really important decision to get right.
Irrespective of who comes in, does Gerrard leaving and leaving now make Rangers a little bit less likely to win the title than they were a week ago?
That'll depend on A, who comes in, and B, the reaction that whoever comes in gets from the players. I wouldn't necessarily say that. I mean, I think Rangers, considering all things this season, and haven't performed anything like they did last year in the league. Let's be clear about that. However, last year was perhaps a one-off when it through the campaign undefeated, lost 4 goals at home. They were magnificent. So it was going to be near impossible to maintain that standard, and they haven't. However, they are still 4 points clear at the top of the league. As I said, they've got an opportunity, a cup semi-final coming up, Sparta Prague at home, which they couldn't, I think, will win, which will maybe not just guarantee it, but certainly make second place a distinct possibility. So it's a really attractive job, very attractive job for somebody that will come in with optimism that they can carry on the work that Steven has started, and I think that they'll clearly look to win a very, very important title race this year for obvious reasons.
So it's been made clear to us this hour that Giovanni van Bronckhorst is one of the options, not the only option being considered. What are you thinking?
I don't have a problem with that at all. I like Giovanni. I think he's good record at Feyenoord, good record in China. Obviously knows the club, knows the setup, played there long enough, which isn't a necessity, but it certainly doesn't hinder you. If anything, it helps you. As I say, again, another one that's young and hungry. I think, as I say, it's a really attractive job, and I just think that's one of the names that will arise in the next 2 or 3 days that we'll find out who will come to fruition. But I can't underestimate the importance of the board getting this decision right, because this year's league campaign is vital.
A lot of voices are saying you must get somebody in before the league resumes, and we've heard the same arguments being made about Norwich City as well. Would you rather, if it's necessary, take another week, another 2 weeks and get the right person?
100%. It's a kind of catch-22 situation, because obviously the importance, as I keep saying, of winning the title, automatic entry into the Champions League, no qualifiers. Financially, it's vital for whoever wins this league. And I get that, so I understand totally the importance of getting somebody in quick and settled. However, it's more important that the right person is appointed.
If it's not Giovanni van Bronckhorst?
Well, I just heard you were ruling Frank Lampard out the Norwich job, is that correct?
Yep.
Another one that would interest us, absolutely. very similar to Steven, in fact.
Uncannily similar, really.
Absolutely. Would come up. I think the great thing about it as well, it would grab the imagination of the Rangers support, and has managed at an extremely good level. Dean Smith's another one. I like Dean Smith. I mentioned earlier on, like Dean Smith. Closer to home, you've got Derek McInnes, who's obviously out of a job, left Aberdeen, knows the league very, very well. Did a good job at Aberdeen. Another interesting one I would think would be, believe it or not, Rino Gattuso, my old teammate at Rangers, who went on to have an absolutely wonderful playing career and has managed at the top level. So there's plenty of quality candidates out there.
But the more I listen to you, the more I wonder whether we're not all being a little bit quick, and the bookmakers being a little bit quick to lump most of the money on Giovanni.
There's no rush, and I don't expect the board, the Rangers board, to rush into anything. I really don't. The worst thing that could happen now would be have a knee-jerk reaction. As I say, I understand the importance of time. However, it's far more important the right man's put in place, and there's no rush.
Okay.